It's the time of the season when love runs high. In this time, give it to me easy, and let me try with pleasured hands to take you in the sun to promised lands, to show you everyone. It's the time of the season for loving. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he take us anytime to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly, tell you why I really want to know. It's the time of the season for loving. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he taken anytime to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly, tell you why I really want to know. It's the time of the season for loving.
More than 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, like Tamika in Madison, Alabama.
Tamika started her small family business here.
When Boho took off, we got tangled up with boxes.
So she turned to Amazon to help with shipping and logistics. Now, she's given the whole world a glow up.
Too bold?
Girl, you could never be too bold.
Compared with other chews, one Brevecto chew protects from fleas and ticks for 12 weeks, nearly 3 times longer.
Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurological disorders. Protection that lasts longer? Bravo, Brevecto! Bravo!
I fall off my chair, and I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I'm wondering what it is I should do. smile from my face. Losing control, yeah, I'm all over the place. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. When you started out with nothing and you're proud that you're a self-made man. And your friends, they all come crawling, slap you on the back and say, please,
Meet your next pillow. Why do we make our pillow in the shape of a cube?
Nobody panic! You heard her! Start panicking!
Time to help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Forgot my wallet.
Which one I love the best? I tear over my shirt and I show a rosy on my chest, 'cause I'm a wanderer. Yeah, a wanderer. Oh, and I'm the type of guy who will never settle down. Where pretty girls are, well, you know that I'm around. I kiss them and I love them, 'cause to me they're all the same. I hug them and I squeeze them, they don't even know my name. They call me the wanderer. Yeah, the wanderer. I roam around. Oh, well, let's blow. Oh, yeah, I'm the type of guy that likes to roam around. I'm never in one place.
Uno, dos, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's not be L7. Come and learn to dance. Bullet, bullet. Bullet, bullet. Bullet, bullet. Bullet, bullet. Bullet, bullet. Watch it now, watch it, watch it, watch it. Someone really bullet wool with you, bullet bullet, bullet bullet, bullet bullet, bullet bullet, bullet bullet. Watch it now, watch it, here you go. You got it, you got it.
Spend time with the past while heading into the future with Silverado from your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Its advanced technologies and best-in-class cargo volume makes Silverado the pickup that's right for the picking. Just go to ChevyDetroit.com for an in-depth look at the complete lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your new Chevy. Then put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City.
Hi, I'm Allie. I'm so excited to talk about the new Samsung Galaxy Ring. I'm going to be talking about first impressions, sizing kit, and the amazing features on the Samsung Health app. Let's dive into it. So first impressions of the Ring, this case is sturdy, but it also charges the Ring. Taking the Ring out, I was really surprised at how lightweight this is. I'm not going to notice this at all when I'm wearing it for daily activities or even when I'm sleeping at night. It has 3 sensors on the inside to help track heart rate, activity, and skin temperature. This ring I have here is in titanium silver. It also comes in titanium gold and in titanium black. Something that I really like about the Galaxy Ring is that it doesn't disrupt my aesthetic when I'm going out. It's a lot more sleek design, so it's not interrupting any of my outfits. You're probably wondering what this box is in front of me. This is a Samsung Galaxy Ring sizing kit. If you're like me, my finger changes sizes throughout the day depending on the activity that I'm doing or the temperature. It is super important to purchase this and wear one of the rings for 24 hours so that way you can get an idea of what size you are. You want to make sure that this is a snug fit, but it's not uncomfortable so you can get an accurate reading. Best Buy will give you a gift card to cover the cost of the sizing kit that you can use towards your purchase of the Galaxy Ring. The Samsung Galaxy Ring is so sleek, I don't think I would notice it while I'm sleeping.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness, your records just quitting balls of fire. I let that love all I thought it was funny. You came along and you moved me, honey. I changed my mind, but it's fine. Goodness gracious, just quitting balls of fire. You kiss me, baby. Ooh, it feels good. Hold me, baby. Girl, just let me love you like a lover should.
More than 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, like Tamika in Madison, Alabama.
Tamika started her small family business here.
When Boho took off, we got tangled up with boxes.
So she turned to Amazon to help with shipping and logistics. Now, she's given the whole world a glow up.
Too bold?
Girl, you could never be too bold.
Sometimes your day feels like... That's why Amex Gold and Dunkin' came together to bring you the perfect reward for a busy day. With your American Express Gold Card, every day can be more rewarding. That's the powerful backing of...
Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss just told me my sometime is now. Everybody finds somebody someplace. There's no telling where love may appear. Something in my heart keeps saying, find someplace is here. If I had it in my power, I'd arrange for every girl to have your charm. Then every minute, every hour, every boy would find what I found in your arms. Everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my dream was overdue, your love made it well worth waiting for someone like you. If I had it in my power, I would arrange for every girl to have your charm. And every minute, every hour, every boy would find what I found in your arms. Everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my dream was overdue, your love made it well worth waiting for someone like you.
It's brutal when it happens.
Thought I had COVID, and I was like, no, I don't.
V-V-5-5-4-4-4. I smell smoke in the auditorium. Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown, he's a clown. That Charlie Brown, he's gonna get caught. Just you wait and see.
Why is everybody always picking on me?
That's him on his knees. I know that's him. Yelling 7,11 down in the boys' gym. Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown, he's a clown. That Charlie Brown, he's gonna get caught. Just you wait and see.
Why is everybody always picking on me?
Who's always writing on the wall? Who's always goofing in the hall? Who's always throwing spitballs? Guess who?
Me.
Yeah, you. Who walks in the classroom cool and slow? Who calls the English teacher daddy-o? Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown, he's a clown. That Charlie Brown, he's gonna get caught. Just you wait and see.
Why is everybody always picking on me?
slow. Who calls the English teacher daddy-o? Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown, he's a clown. And that Charlie Brown, he's gonna get caught. Just you wait and see.
Why is everybody always picking on me?
Louise, we need to get out of here now. Louise, what are you doing?
Everything okay in there?
Yeah, we're all good.
Anything we can get you?
No, we'll just be a minute.
We can't let on. Yeah? We can't look stressed or scared. We just have to go out there and be completely normal.
This is my husband, Ben.
I'm Patrick Feld. This is my wife, Kira. You have to come and visit us. The West Country, really, it's beautiful.
Yeah, that'd be great. It's so quiet around here. Don't even have any neighbors?
Agnes, love, you have to eat your vegetables. And we don't chew with our mouths open.
Please, could you stop telling my daughter what to do?
You don't criticize other people's children. You should say sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, Louise.
Louise, is there anything you'd like to say? Cold water therapy, proven to boost the immune system.
And we didn't bring our swimsuits.
Oh, that's all right. You can keep your knickers on.
You shouldn't be shy, Louise. Got a great body.
Oh, thank you.
I admire you. Louise is a great woman. I've always wanted a family like yours.
Mom, something's not right with him.
What is wrong with you? I want to back up the car, and I want to leave now.
Oh, no. That is really bad luck. I know we can both be...
A bit much. They're gonna kill us.
What?
He went dead.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? Good. Let's go ahead and start with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. How's everybody on this rainy day, huh? Fabulous. Fabulous. Good. We're seeing some good stuff shaking. We're seeing some good stuff going. We're seeing that everybody's holding steady and moving forward and diving in and pouring into themselves. I am so impressed with our agents here that are absolutely pouring into themselves with education and up-leveling themselves. It's really great to see. So it's awesome to see this, and we're going to weather this storm beautifully and come out on top and stay on top like we always have. So we just keep going. All right, today, so there's a pivot because it's gonna storm, right? So the truck is actually canceled for today. However, there is still a party. Hot dogs, ice cream, everything down at Select, 11:30. So the pivot is that there's no truck. That's the only change. Still, everything's still fun. Raffles, prizes, all sorts of great stuff. They put a lot of effort into this. They're shopping right now for the pivot. So it was too dangerous to have the truck come. So that's okay. It's okay. We're gonna have some fun anyways and enjoy. And
too many people will melt.
Part was that?
Too many people will melt from the rain. It's dangerous.
Yes, it's from the rain. It's dangerous. So, but no, it's supposed to possibly storm too. So it just is what it is. It was a good pivot for them, but obviously not canceling the event, just pivoting how they do it. Ice cream instead of Kona ice. It's not a bad pivot. It's really not. Yes, it is. I prefer it. I'm not complaining. So, not by any means at all. All right. So please come hungry. They're gonna have a ton of food, a ton of fun. Everybody's online. Please make it in by 11:30 if you'd like. They'd love to have you. They want to make sure that everybody wants to come. All the offices are doing it, actually like this today. So it'll be great to have to celebrate and feel appreciated, right? They're doing this as an appreciation event to us and celebrate summer. Jordan, you want to talk about what you have going on this week and coming up?
Yeah, I'm actually, I have a lot this morning that I'm excited about. Coming up on Thursday, we're doing the new buyer contract class. So for those that attended either the Zoom or in person last Thursday at 2 o'clock, we did the new listing contract that did get recorded. It is on, where would you think you could be able to find that? The YouTube channel, yes. That is uploaded along with Wednesday's class from last week, which was the luxury real estate marketing strategies. So both of those have been added to the YouTube. As you can see here, yes, hour 27 for the listing contract. We did a deep dive into all aspects of it. I thought it was a great conversation. And if you watch that, you should be very comfortable then utilizing the new Michigan Realtor exclusive listing contract form. And hopefully then, this Thursday at 11 o'clock, we will be doing the same for the buyer contract. It's a shorter contract, shouldn't take quite as long, but same deep dive to get us familiar with it, since that is what we are now recommending our agents use. It's just, having it come from Michigan Realtors puts the liability and all the responsibility on them to make sure everything is compliant, which makes it easier. And then it's also uniform, so that way then the general public, ideally then is seeing the same forms from all agents. Yes?
So is that the only two newer ones that we are adding to make our new packages?
So if you check the Monday email, in it, Rob posted a link to all of the the Michigan Realtor forms, and there are other documents like the one-party listing agreement. There are other forms that you can definitely utilize that we are recommending, but I'm not doing a deep dive into those because it's just single page.
So buyer's package, obviously per address, we can pick and choose what we're going to use depending on that, but we should put all of it in so we have access to it. I hate searching.
I would personally. I would build your packages out. Now, we are still using our forms. You can still use our forms. Our forms are edited according to what is required, like we have always said they would be.
What the preference has been done.
It's not necessary. They read better. Okay. They're easier for the consumer to understand, I have found.
I agree.
Ours are great. They're great. They're well written. However, there is the way the language is written is just a little bit easier to present. The clients I've been listening. We have agents utilizing both, and the feedback I've gotten is the client is receiving that form better.
Okay.
They are.
I just want to make sure
it has everything we need. It covers compliance fee, which they call a brokerage fee, which you guys should be able to connect that dot, right? Because that's what it is. We, as a management team and with Bill, we looked at all the new forms, including ours and our legalese language, and the consensus was they were really good forms. So it's just our opinion. You're allowed to use ours. They're perfectly fine, perfectly compliant. I saw a hand over here.
Yeah, what about when you emailed out a few weeks back?
Yes.
I don't know the title of it, but it's in case.
Essentially payment of brokerage fee, essentially. I think that's what it is. Payment of brokerage fee?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I think it was actually addressing like if the buyer, if you want to try to still get compensation from the seller,
Yes.
have them sign.
Yes.
Yeah.
Starting the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that one still valid, or is
Oh, yeah.
They're both still valid, but Michigan Realtors made one as well. They do have one as well. And I cannot deny, it's very well written. It's a very well written, it's very straightforward.
It's clear.
We will possibly completely reform ours, but that was just too much to take on right now.
So when we search,
No, that's okay.
Is it identified?
It is identified very well. Yes, they are identified
The
almost
one you're
identical
referring
to
to is the payment of the buyer broker. So, I mean, if you're looking in the folder, the Remax plan folder, Remind, it starts with P for payment of buyer broker.
We'll pull them back up for a moment too, because I do
And
have
these are
some
under
pieces
new? These are under new? Are they
No.
called new?
No, they're not. They swapped them
but
out.
hey,
They're
guess what?
slight change.
Guess what? I'm doing a training in the next 5 minutes. We're gonna
Oh,
we're gonna be building our packages. That's all part of it. I have an agenda today. It's fun. I actually have,
We're
a
making
lot of-
sure you are all ready. I know it feels redundant, but I
Yes.
promise
Yes.
I know this is redundant and we've been beating this for weeks. We have to keep beating it because it is what it is. So we need you as armed and protected and have everything
But
you need.
all these questions lead into what I'm about to show you in a couple minutes from now.
Should I switch? I did a new listing yesterday. Should I I used ours?
Oh no, ours are totally fine. You don't have to redo contracts. No. Yeah.
I couldn't find the
Ours has the necessary disclaimer. Ours are completely compliant.
Okay.
There is nothing wrong with our forms at all. If you like those forms better, please use them. We are not dictating to do otherwise. However, there is an option that has been better received.
We did the RPA launch yesterday. We have 6 agents in the mastermind boot camp that we're going to be, hopefully over the next 3 months, just by collaborating while going through the RPA program, the different topics that are going to be brought up. Something that was brought up at yesterday's launch is another little thing I'm going to show you this morning. So I have a bunch of little tidbits. I came prepared.
What's RPA, sorry?
Oh, the Remax Platinum Advantage. We built the smart campaign in KV Core to have it automatically send out text messages and emails over a 90-day program designed intentionally to help an agent, rebuild their foundations if they're already been in the business or if they're brand new, build their foundations, and then take their business and with some direction. And so we have 6 agents who signed up, and the mastermind group. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it. And it's just that way then the content of the RPA program provides direction for this mastermind group as when we meet every Monday over Zoom, then it's like, okay, so how was the last week's content from the RPA? And then from there, where can conversations go? I'm going to show you this morning where just yesterday's conversation took us, because we were discussing setting up as one of the tasks this week in the RPA. It's setting yourself up as your own type of buyer client, so you can see from the buyer perspective, what the portal looks like. And so then, if that's one of the tasks, Jen Abner happened to mention, hey, I have this question about such and such, and then together we were able to, learn something as a group. So, and I'm going to show everybody this morning. So yeah, so that's what the RPA launch was yesterday, and those that aren't part of this current mastermind, I very likely will do it again in the future. If it's a boot camp that the participants feel was worthwhile, then it's something we have for the long term. It comes with a workbook. Autumn has designed this beautiful workbook that for every day you have your follow along guide. It's
very well
we
written.
built something significant, and so it's like, okay, now we just need to start utilizing it, and we have it forever, and
It's like 90 days of accountability.
Yeah.
Touching in, touching base. And it's only a few minutes a day. It's easy, it's low, it's minimal.
I see that.
Well, yeah, and so yeah, so we in the first iteration, just to get people getting the emails and all that, we realized it's better having a group participate in it all together, so that way then there's discussion involved. Because a lot of the stuff, it is like, hey, reach out to your trainer and discuss ... But if the individuals that have signed up are getting those emails and then they don't reach out to me or Rob or whoever to discuss those things, then it's just kind of like the program's out there, but it's not being utilized. With the mastermind concept being integrated into it, it then, okay, yeah, we're going to be discussing it on Mondays, at 10 o'clock over Zoom. So that's the benefit of this iteration of it. So yeah. Also, podcast interviews on Fridays. I'm going to show you my first, success of that. Don't forget this Thursday, the summer bash is 2 o'clock after the new buyer contract class. I'm heading down to Ann Arbor. Everybody should head to Ann Arbor, and we get to dunk Rob and potentially other managers as well in the dunk tank. So
I'm picking up the dunk tank today.
So yes, everybody should go have fun in Ann Arbor, 2 o'clock on Thursday. Just a reminder for the Con Ed, I sent out a registration for those that want to do.
Do you want me to grab Brent? I'll go. I think you left.
Yeah. I'm curious if that's. Yeah. So yeah, September 12th is his first Con Ed, so that registration is out there. And I didn't realize it is available also if you want to do it over Zoom. You don't have to be in person on the 12th. So don't have that be a reason you don't sign up to do your Con Ed. And then October 24th, that registration isn't open yet, but that will be coming as well. Do we have any idea?
I'm trying. You might have to come look.
Okay.
It blocks the camera. Sorry guys, give us
It's all because I had a whole bunch to show you.
Sorry to bother you.
The gremlins.
The projector stopped projecting. It's a blue screen.
I know, right? But he's at the inspection.
It's good.
That's it. Make sure that's how it moves.
Yes, input one is lit up.
We can't sit together.
Yeah, it blacked out and then it started to power itself back on, and that's where we're at this point. The remote did work to shut off the projector and turn it back on. Hold on. He's gonna hold on.
She says it's an eagle. I said
I'm black.
more like a
little
moose.
slap happy. Pardon. Each day. Steady. The actual machine. Okay, on the remote. Okay. HDMI 1.
Yeah, I mean that's what it was trying to. Yeah, HDMI 1.
It's already on HDMI.
But not for the source. How could that have happened?
Yeah. Yeah. Computer.
It's all staying on. Sorry. No worries.
He'll be back in 3 minutes. We'll be good.
In the meantime, we will move on and we will skip through a little bit and roll forward and then come back. Oh, we're back.
Oh.
Let me let her go.
Oh,
No, we're out.
She had to say something.
We're gonna pivot and have a great day today. It's a great day today. It always is. Alex, while we are doing this, would you like to come down and speak?
Let's go.
Let's do this. We're pivoting. It's all good.
Yeah.
This is what we do.
This is when you have to stretch. You gotta make it happen. All right, let's talk about claims. Big storm, tree falls on your house. What do you do?
Call BGMI.
What would
Do
your
a
first?
happy dance.
What would, yeah.
As long as you weren't in it.
What would your first inclination be?
Call the insurance company.
Call me, right? No.
No.
We gotta call the tree guy, right? Call the tree, like whenever there's a claim, and this is a good thing to just kind of instruct your clients on, or mention it at least. Is it's just like, anything you can do to prevent further damage, like, do it. Because, like, bottom line, if you leave that tree there and wait until 9 a.m. when I'm able to call you back or whatever, because, you know, if you're calling me at midnight, like, sorry about your luck, you know, there's not much I can do. So if you wait, you know what I mean, we're talking, there's going to be more time for water to get into the house, there's just going to be more damage that occurs, and ultimately what that means is more money the insurance company's going to have to pay out, and more hassle for everybody, because you're going to have to call in another carpenter and a second person to remove the wall, whatever it might be. So call the tree remover guy, you know, get somebody out there to at least get the tree off of your house. They'll be able to, you know, apply some kind of a tarp or something that will help, like, mitigate the damage. And then from there, you know, you can work with the ServPro or one of those local companies that'll come out and help, you know, coordinate contractors and all those types of things. Obviously, you're going to have to call the insurance company, right? Like, you're going to have to get a hold of me or claims in order to get the ball rolling on that. But it's always encouraged to, you know, anything you can do to help prevent more damage, we want you to do. So that's kind of number one. And then I guess the other question would be, like, so if there is a big storm and a tree falls on your house, does anyone know, like, what peril, I guess, or what the cause of loss would be?
No, and what is that?
So it would be wind, right? So I kind of mentioned it a couple weeks ago. Wind hail deductible is, so, right, the wind is what caused the tree to fall over onto your house, right? So Citizens Insurance is the prime example. You now have a 1% wind or hail deductible. So if it's going to be, you know, if we determined based on the size of your house and everything that it was going to be $500,000 to rebuild your home, you're looking at 1% of that as your deductible. So you're looking at $5,000 deductible for wind or hail damage. So wind damage would be a tree falling on your house. Not a lot of people know that either. That's kind of a little caveat to it, where it's like, you know, you don't correlate that, right? You're just thinking, well, a tree fell on my house. Like, that's the cause of loss or whatever. But it is actually considered a wind claim. So that's something to consider as well. When we're talking about, like, the tree overhang and all those types of things that we're seeing on the home insurance stuff.
Are those riders?
So
is that a rider that you have to pick up for wind, or is that part of it?
No, so wind hail is included, yep, but like I said, so Citizens Insurance is the one, and then a lot of other companies are changing their policies the way that they work. So they'll have a higher deductible for wind or hail, just based on the amount of damages that we've seen. Sure.
So if it's your neighbor's tree that falls on your house,
It's your homeowner's insurance is going to be the one that picks it up. It's the same thing as if your neighbor's tree falls and damages your fence, or, you know, something like that. You are the one responsible. It's that your neighbor didn't, you know, intentionally knock the tree over into your yard. Do you know what I'm saying? Or
what if you've had that discussion with them 17 times that their tree is ready to cause massive damage?
yeah, I mean, there's not really much recourse other than you've got it documented, and you might be able to do some sort of, like, legal action. You know, you could talk to a lawyer and see if there's a way that you could, you know, file a lawsuit against them for negligence. There's still a lot of gray areas to that, though. So if you do have those conversations, I would definitely recommend, like, documenting it, you know, or having some sort of a, you know, we had this discussion on this day. If you have text messages, whatever, saving those things, because, yeah, I mean, that's certainly a concern. My buddy lives in Davison. He called me the other day and was, you know, saying basically the same thing. And his neighbor was telling him, since the tree is overhanging his property, he needs to cut it down. And he's like, well, no, like, that's on your, you know, that's your tree. Like, I'm not
I've
gonna.
had tree companies come out and they will take anything that hangs over by.
Sure,
them.
yep.
They go straight up from the fence.
Yeah.
Whether the neighbor likes it or not.
Yeah,
they
yep.
go straight up from the fence, because if it's hanging over, I'm allowed to have all that taken back.
Yeah,
I did.
yep, absolutely.
This was years ago, but we were
Yeah.
able to prevent a bigger issue by
For
just
sure.
having them come. And I didn't ask permission.
Yeah,
After we
absolutely.
found out, they were like,
So my friend is in the camp of, well, if that tree falls down, then I can worry about it at that point. You know what I mean? The neighbor thinks that there's going to be some sort of, like, legal recourse against him or something to that effect. So that's kind of, I guess, the issue there.
can I ask a question about speaking of trees?
Sure.
With all the pine trees dying, are the insurance companies doing anything to, like, say if they fall, if you knew this was there, So, like, we just wrote an offer on a house that had over 70 pine trees that are dying.
It's a disease.
I counted them. I know it's the fungus eating them from the inside out. So all of the, like, the blue ones are all gonna die within the next 4 years. The green ones, about half of them have issues. But is there any type of concern I should be looking out for him with insurance, or is there anything that's...
So there, I haven't seen anything where they're saying like, these trees were dead, you knew they were gonna be, do you know, like negligence maybe, or like, you know, like pride of ownership has come into like question with some of these underwriting concerns and stuff like that. But I mean, honestly, if a dead tree falls just like in your yard, the only coverage you have on your home insurance policy or a typical home insurance policy is going to be $500. So 99.9% of the time, your deductible is going to be higher than that, and it's going to be up to you to remove those trees anyways. So, I mean,
If they're in the yard, not on the house.
correct. If the tree falls on the house, you still only have the $500 towards removal, but typically the rest of the damage is going to be picked up, you know, by the remainder of the claim.
So I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't think much about it. I mean, that'll be up to him to deal with when the time comes.
Yeah. Very aware. I sat there and counted.
Yeah, if he's got a fire pit, man, he'll be good for ages.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice.
Away from the house.
I think we're back up. Yeah. Anybody, any burning questions for me? Anything exciting going on?
So if this happens and we do file a claim, a tree falls, a rainstorm happens, whatever it may be, the wind damage.
Sure.
Once you have secured your home and protected your home, your insurance company steps in, and then how did the bills start getting handled?
Yeah, so essentially, it's up to the insurance company to kind of work with the contractor, and what they'll do is, you know, it depends on the company, and sometimes, so if let's say there's just, you have $1,000 deductible just for easy math, so if you have $1,000 deductible and there's $11,000 worth of damage, typically they're going to cut that's the other caveat, right? So if you have a mortgage, now your mortgage is an interested party, we need to send the check to like get basically verified by the mortgage company. So that's always like another little kind of caveat to it. So like if you have Rocket Mortgage or whatever, we get the check, we send it, like as the insured, you have to send it to Rocket Mortgage so that they can sign off on it, and then they'll send it back to you. Typically the way that it works is we will pay for the actual cash value up front. So if it's determined that it's like $30,000 worth of damage, typically it winds up being about half is what they'll pay up front, kind of like a typical deal with a contractor. And then once the work is completed, they will pay the rest. And that's, I mean, especially in the catastrophic scenarios, that saved us so much grief, because there's times when people will file a roof claim and then they just won't get it fixed. And so now they're just keeping the $10,000 or whatever it might be. We have the option, obviously, to drop them as a client, or, you know, the insurance company could non-renew their policy. But that's definitely something that we've seen in the past, where, you know, they don't have a loan on the home, there's nowhere else to send the check. You know, Mrs. Jones just says, I'm good, I got my $10,000. Some guy knocked on my door and said I need a new roof. They did all the work, but I don't want to get a new roof now, so I'll just pocket that money and have a nice vacation or whatever. But yeah, so that's typically how it'll work, right? So to send the check to you, you got to get it verified by the mortgage company, and then you can pay your contractor, you know, the initial predetermined amount. Once the work is completed, they'll send you the check for the rest. That'll do. That's all we got. Thanks, guys. Come on up and see me. Aloha. We got the exciting Kona Ice. Couldn't be a better day for it, so let's go have some fun.
All right, so for the Bold Trail KB Core training, I wanted to point out where I went awry last week. Pretty simple. So the idea here is, if you're going to do a property boost, how can you double your impact? And so the first step to that is either building a landing page or a squeeze page to get a short URL to say, be able to say, hey, if you want to check out similar houses in Brighton, click on this link, okay? So if you have that, then when you go to the your listings, I had done it wrong by clicking through and then trying to boost property, and that takes you to the new system for boosting. You don't want that. You want the old system, which is checking the box, and up here, you have boost property, which takes you to a page that looks like this. And right here, you have add compliance text. We're going to hack this because even, we don't have additional information that we are required to add to comply with regulations. Instead, we're going to say, to see additional similar properties, click this link, with then a link to the squeeze page. And then you can see here, over here on the right, the ad will have it where you have the actual listing you're boosting, but then you'll have an additional link of, to see additional similar properties. When Rob has tested this, he got about, equal amount of clicks through to each type of, equal number of leads from the actual listing itself versus leads from the squeeze page link added to it. So that's the hack that I wasn't able to fully show you last week that I wanted to just follow up on. Does that make sense to everybody? All right. So then, so on Fridays, I have the podcast interview availability. I wanted to show one of them because Ian came through. We sat down for about 20 minutes, just asking him some simple questions. And the whole idea is to get content that can basically turn into something like this. I'm still working on my editing skills. I want to try to build like transitions into some of the breaks, but you can see here.
You need somebody that's going to fight for you and that is just not going to take a price face value because that's what it says, when there's so many factors that could warrant that home being worth something less, regardless of what the listing agent or the seller wants for it. It's important to be able to negotiate that for your clients, and so that they can get the best deal that they can possibly get, and you feel good when you get a good deal. And because being a real estate agent is more than just selling a home. You're a friend, you're a counselor, you are helping them navigate through life. I think that's what sets a good real estate agent apart from other real estate agents. You're not just thinking about getting a commission. You have to see every single client the same because you don't know where that relationship can end up. You treat every single client like it's a multi-million-dollar deal. With that in mind, that's what makes you different. You're not rude, you're not rushing when you're on the phone. You take the time to listen to their cares and concerns. And I think a lot of times when you have a family member, maybe that might be a real estate agent, they won't put as much care and concern into it because they may think, oh, that's my family member. They understand, they know I'm busy, they know my situation. But somebody as an outsider, you say, you bring the view, no, you are important to me, your needs are important to me, and I want to make sure that you get the best value and you get what you want to be satisfied out of this deal.
So that is, something now that I'm providing to Ian, where he can, share it on social media to say, hey, it was great to, have an opportunity to be interviewed about what it's like to be a real estate agent. Check out a clip from the interview. And so then, to his social media sphere, it now looks like, yeah, he's important enough to be interviewed, and they're not going to see the whole thing, the raw footage, me asking questions. This is all that his audience will see, but he gets his message out there, and that's what I'm trying to do. The clips that sound the best, that make him sound the best. That way, then when people click on it, they're more likely to view him as a professional, and what he's conveying in this clip then can help differentiate himself from other agents. Does that make sense as to what it is I'm trying to do with the podcast video? And so if you are interested, again, this was 20 minutes of recording and effort on his part, and here now he's got a 1.5-minute clip that I think he can utilize. And I have other clips from him from it, but these were the ones that I thought put him in the best light for a public-facing response. And so, if you're interested in the same, just let me know, and you can get on the calendar for a Friday. So All right, let's then go into, we were talking about the new forms that from Michigan Realtors. I want to show real quick how to now utilize those new forms in the optimal way, which will be to go into your Remind, go into your packages, and create a new package. All right, so this is going to be the new listing package 8624. I'm going to add the content. Now I need to find the Michigan Realtor listing document because that's not in our Remax Platinum filing cabinet. That's going to be in the RealComp filing cabinet, then Michigan Association of Realtors folder. Yeah.
That's better, thank you.
Yep. All right, so the RealComp filing cabinet, Michigan Association of Realtors folder, and now we were working with Form BB, the exclusive listing contract for designated agency. So I'm gonna check that box. And so in addition to that, you know, if there were others that I wanted to take from the Michigan Association of Realtors.
Jordan, also, sorry, the designated agency, not the traditional agency. I almost grabbed the wrong one when I did that.
Correct.
Yeah, designated agency BB.
Right, I almost grabbed the wrong one because I saw the form and wanted everyone else to know that.
Yes, yep. And that's where, yeah, this is, I think the extent.
The other stuff's towards the top.
Disclosure should be in there.
Right. Alright,
Yeah.
so there's disclosure statement Form H.
Yep.
Alright, and then,
The buyer broker stuff is right in there.
right,
Oh,
but yeah,
that's
if I'm making a
listing
listing
package,
package right
Yeah.
now. Alright, so then from our filing cabinet, we're gonna need a blank addendum. Could do, you know, a listing contract addenda, things like that. The affiliated business disclosure, the authorization to release information, broker demand, the agency disclosure. I think off the top, we need a lead-based paint. So yeah, here's our old, or our in-house listing contract, but we don't need that. I do love our occupancy addendum, although that's for the buy side. So yeah, then let's get a lead-based paint, and just to make it quick, I'm gonna do search for lead. Lead-based paint, seller's disclosure form. Check that. All right, so then down here I have 8 documents for my package, and you know you can customize this based on what you like to use as well. If there's additional forms, or like in this case, okay, you know I don't know which lead-based paint form I grabbed. Let me take a look at it. This is definitely not the one I want. So
Is it possible to just put a list
This is what we
together?
always do.
Yes, we
This is
can.
what we do.
It's just easier.
I just don't want to willy-nilly grab this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, this is just.
Well, because the reason I'm showing you how to create a package is for the next step, not so much for getting the documents.
No, I understand, thank you, I get how to do the package.
Because now, once you have the package,
It has the same form.
now we can
Correct. We'll
do
send a list
our
of what we think is good.
customize here. Because that's the benefit of creating your own package, is you get to start to customize. So that way then, in here, I can type in Joseph to approve. I can go through and start filling out certain things like the 6%, and then the, check this box, the 3%. So the stuff that is going to be my, you know, default, that how I intend to, you know, go into a listing appointment. So I can fill those out now and save it. So that way then, you know, when I start a new listing transaction and I pull this package, all of those customizations are already part of the document, and so I don't have to type in Joseph to prove every time. So that's the purpose of that. So it's done. So there's that package, whereas then if I were to do a new transaction as a listing, I type an address, and then in my packages, I have the new listing package, check that box, and they all come. So that's, creating that shortcut, having your own package customized the way that you'd like to do all of your forms. That's, yes, Keisha.
Can we get rid of the old ones?
Oh yeah, it's easy to.
Because I don't like my old package.
So listing package here, I'm gonna delete.
Oh, okay, that was.
Yep, no, yeah, I mean, it's very easy.
Not perfect, because I just
Clean
don't
it
like
up,
all
right?
the mumbo jumbo in there. It's
Yeah,
not what
clean
I
it all
use.
up.
Yeah. Alright, so that's, utilizing the new Michigan Realtor forms, if you want to do so, and, being able to create your own package with those forms in it, that's what I recommend to everybody.
Jordan,
Yeah.
we can just go in if we like our package and just like swap out the listing
Oh,
contract,
yeah,
right?
so like if I
Okay, we
go
don't
here
have
to
to
the
make a
buyer package from back then, I can add content to this already created package, and then I can go find the Michigan Association Realtor form, find JJ for the exclusive buyer contract, add that, and then I can get rid of this one.
Okay, good.
And so now I have the Michigan Realtor form in my old package, but I was just trying to show for those that don't already have a package.
It brands it when you utilize it.
Yes.
Yes.
So it shows everything.
So when you first look at it, it will not be branded, then it will brand itself.
Oh, yeah, so the branding occurs when you add it to a transaction. So yeah, so if you ever go to print a form from just the form library, it's gonna be unbranded. But if you add that form to a transaction, then it's going to automatically get the.
Oh, yeah.
Why would it not?
Why didn't it brand it?
I don't know why it didn't have brand.
They're making a liar out of us, but it does brand it.
Yeah.
It does
Maybe when you print it.
No, it should do it now. I wonder if it was because it was added after. No. No,
Oh,
there it
it's
is.
there.
It does,
Okay.
you just have to
The
hit.
branding is there. So yeah,
So
so.
will it do that if you just went to the form and then hit print?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
It has to be attached.
When I went to these forms and just printed them, for last week to print out, to have those were unbranded because I printed them straight from the form library. So yeah, so it does have to be, I think, part of the transaction where you're one of the agents. So that's it for that. And then lastly, the thing that we learned at the launch yesterday, Jen Abner happened to mention, hey, if my clients go into their portal and leave me a note, I'm not getting notified. I have to log into RealConf and see that they left a note here in the recent activity. And I pointed out to her, hey, you know what? Actually, I believe there's a workaround. You go to your settings here in your drop down, and you have the portal notification settings. And then this is where you can control when your clients are doing stuff within their portal, you can have it notify you via text, via email, or display on the timer. The default should be that everybody's column over here is checked with everything, but none of these are checked. And so then you can decide yourself, okay, if somebody, one of my clients saves the house as a favorite, I want to get an email about that. I don't need a text message just because they hearted something, but it'd be good to get an email where then I can see what it is. I get notified through my email in case I missed it when I logged in. But yeah, if they add a note, I want to get that text message ASAP, so that way then I am not, it's not just out there waiting for me to come across it. I need to, actively get told, hey, you have a note here from your client. So does that make sense for everybody? Raise your hand if you did not know that this was an option.
Not till yesterday.
Yep, all right, so that is fantastic. That's the reason we have mastermind groups, is because we learn things like this together, and then we can bring it here to everybody. So that is it for me today. It's more content than my normal, but I hope people found it worthwhile.
Thank you. If you've not made your appointment with Lisa, please do. All right, I would like, Tanya had to, as everybody, I hope everybody's aware, Tanya's brother-in-law did unexpectedly pass away a couple of weeks ago, so she did take off this morning for the memorial. If you need her, she is available, obviously, still. However, let's pray for her. She and her sister is having a tough go. So it was very, very unexpected. And they've had a rough couple of years. Yes, they have. And she is very special to everybody here. And she needs their family needs all the prayers. Okay. Michelle, you have a special presentation for us today.
And I was kind of not prepared, but I don't believe that.
Jordan, are you able to click on that? Thank you. And then can we turn the audio off?
Turn the audio off, because then you'll hear my feet clomping and it'll be bad.
Do you want him to start or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, as many of you guys know, myself and my builder partner are finishing the condos at Pineview condominiums in Howell Township. And these are right at M59 and Brewer Road. And really, we broke ground the beginning of June. It started with foundations, and we've got 2 buildings going up this year, 16 units total. And we're on the 3rd floor right now on one of the buildings. Can't go in just yet, but I wanted to take a moment just to kind of tell you guys what was going on there. And it's kind of like spooling through really fast, but we had some really cool selections picked out, and at the end I'll have the selections for you guys to pick up at the table at the back, and a little gift from me, so you'll want to definitely get that. And what we're going with is we really wanted to kind of amp up the look of new construction at an affordable price. So some of these you'll see are going to be renderings, but we're doing, like in the great room, we're doing linear fireplaces. The kitchens have custom cabinets. We're doing those deep pan doors that pull out instead of like the doors, I'm thrilled about it. But the cabinets are custom. We're doing all quartz countertops. We're doing LVT flooring, 9-foot ceilings on the main floor, and then some other finishes that we're doing too are stuff that people really want. We're not doing 6-panel doors, we're doing 2-panel doors. We're not doing brushed nickel finishes, we're doing black hardware on the doors and black plumbing fixtures. So it's really gonna have a sharp look, and again, bringing some sophistication to new construction, affordable condos. We have some interest already, and as soon as we can walk through something, I'll do a broker open. I believe I'm going to be in a model by October, so right now I'm just sitting in a little trailer and trying to, make the best of it, right, Teresa? It's a nice little trailer.
And we got snacks in the trailer, so that's really what's important. And this is me. This is why it's on mute, because I'm clomping up the stairs and looking around. But this was really exciting to actually be able to get in the buildings within 2 months of us breaking ground. So these are going to go pretty quick. We'll definitely have some stuff by the end of the year, 1st of 2025, and hopefully that'll line up with the interest rates kind of inching back down. The really cool thing is these are RD and VA qualified. They won't go FHA, but it has a VA stamp of approval on it. So with RD, we can piggyback on that. And there's actually been an RD closing in there on a resale already. So first-time home buyers who are getting pushed out of the market or having to go like to Ingham County or Shiawassee County to find a place, they can be in Livingston County now for the low to mid 300s. So.
Are these townhouses or the whole thing is the condo from ground up?
Yep. They are townhouses from the ground up. There are no ranch floor plans, which we had to build what was there. So these are must be built, and we had to follow suit with what was already started there. Some of the cool things, and again, it flashed in here, is these are like individually built, so the floors don't connect. So from a sound transfer standpoint, these are built very similar to the condos that we built in Brighton that were, 500,000, 600,000, 700,000. So you're not going to have that sound transfer. There's soundproof and fireproof UL listed shaft liners between each
each side as well. So again, kind of coming from the Brighton project that we did, I never heard a peep out of a neighbor. I didn't even hear a peep. When we were in the model, they were delivering floor to the unit next door, and the guys were like basically just dropping them on the floor. And I was like, I heard something faint, like very, very faint. So he's dropping a box of flooring on the floor, and it was very faint. And I went to go investigate just because I wanted to know like how soundproof it was. And I went in next door, and they were literally just dropping bundles of floor onto the ground. So again, from a sound transfer standpoint, it was pretty awesome. So unique floor plans. I know the older units in there are selling for a bit cheaper, but we are more sophisticated and much better finishes.
They're coming up fast.
They're coming up fast.
The older units are now at what, 245? That's shocking to me.
They need to be higher. They're leaving money on the table.
They have that oak finishes, because I walked through them with clients because they wanted to write. They're like, I just don't see it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all of them are pending.
Yeah. So, and I talked to another gentleman in there a couple weeks ago, and he bought low, but I anticipate his, if he was to resell, he'd be at 245, 250, because he's got updates. So the prices are coming up fast. And as we build and as we close more, our prices are going to go up as well incrementally. So we're taking reservations now. It's about a 30-day process. We're giving people time to get their pre-approval done. So first step is a reservation fee of $3,500. That's refundable for up to 30 days or until we have a signed purchase agreement. And then after that, it goes towards closing costs and things like that. So
Are they different bedroom setups, or are they all the same?
they're different. So the existing condos are 2-bedroom, bath and a half, and we are 2-bedroom, 2 full bathrooms. And in the 2 bedrooms, you have your own ensuite for each bedroom upstairs. So like roommate situations, that type of thing, it's gonna be fantastic. Yeah, we moved around some space just to kind of best utilize things. Most of our laundry rooms have wash tubs in them. I think the 3-bedroom is the one that doesn't. But they're the through unit design. We expanded the door wall from 6 feet in the old unit. We went to 8 feet, so you're gonna have a much bigger sliding glass door off the kitchen and a much bigger deck. We improved the deck size by 2 square feet, or I'm sorry, 2 feet in each direction. So yeah, so you're talking about like affordability and price and value. You've got something you could just move right into and
trending with it.
We keep on saying like sophistication. We're trying to bring sophistication. You're not going to walk in and feel like, MJC building where it's kind of disposable construction. And again, we really tried hard to kind of, do the things that made sense. We have in the kitchen, I'm really excited about the kitchen. So you've got your cabinets on one side, you have a long island in the middle with the sink, and then on the other side, there's 2 pantries with we're gonna do linear shelves and like a workspace area. So the kitchens are gonna be pretty phenomenal.
So no choosing anything on the inside?
No, but this builder, again, if you guys are familiar with what we did in Brighton, he's a custom home builder. He's not a production builder, he's a custom home builder, and I joke that he can't help himself. Just quality means something to him, and like style. He built one in Shelby Township recently that sold for $1.2 million. So that's his level of, and he's got a sharp eye. So yeah. So again, you're not going to see the MJC style. You're going to see something pretty cool. So that's my spiel for the day.
It's a beautiful project.
Yeah, it's again really excited about it. So I've got some flyers, and it has all the finishes. We've got like 63 different sophisticated features. And if you actually take one of my flyers today, I'll give you a scratch-off lottery ticket if you promise to read these.
Can you give us some history on how you got, how long that sat and what was done with it and the rigmarole through the city?
Well, the township was actually super helpful. And so what had happened is it sat vacant since like 2005. Builders had gone in there and they wanted to build, but they wanted to split away the back half of the property to build something entirely different. Well, the existing HOA didn't want to do that because they didn't want to be like the redheaded stepchild, which I don't blame them. And it needed to be cohesive, but also they must be built, so there really isn't a choice. We have to build what's there. So it'd been on and off the market for a number of years, and when Paul and I finished the project in Brighton, kept on saying to him, I really want you to come see this land, like we really gotta do something with this. And he's like, no, I'm busy. So finally one day, I'm like, listen, you're gonna be in Brighton doing some warranty work, come out and meet me. Just don't give me any objections, come out and meet me. So we get out there and he stands there and he's like, expletive, write an effing offer. And I'm like, I've been telling you for like a year, like to come see this property. So we met with the township, got some really interesting backstory. Then we met with the HOA and got some more interesting backstory. And really it helped everybody. The township gets tax base and the HOA gets HOA dues. So it was really a win for everybody for us to come in there and finish up. Now, I will tell you, the HOA dues are only $220 a month. So it's like one of the lowest in Livingston County. They'll probably go up next year, but incrementally, they're not gonna skyrocket. The HOA, they put on new roofs several years ago, so the remaining buildings, the older buildings all have new roofs and there were no assessments for it. So they did a really good job of managing the money that they had, so. Oh, the roads, yep. The roads are being funded at every closing. And that kind of goes without saying, but yeah, it should go without saying.
It doesn't anymore.
Yeah, the roads are, they're pretty crummy because they've been there since 2005. It didn't have the cap layer on it. So as we close each deal, we're funding the fund for the roads. So it's going to be a complete tear out in there because the bases to go up are gone. Yeah. So, but
how many units are gonna be, you guys are done?
so we have 16 this year, and depending on the pace of how the rest of this year goes, we bought 60 lots. So yeah, there's 60 lots. So we're on the back half, which is great, and then we're just going down the way, and then the last two are on the outer circle, which were part of like more towards where the original ones are at. We do have to keep in assimilation with the existing style, but ours will be, freshened up. Yeah, I would love to see, the gray and then this and then that, but we just can't do it. So we're kind of limited on that. But again, we really think that we did a good job picking some interior selections to balance that. So, any questions? No? Okay. All right. Well, and I hope you guys will come see me when I do the broker open. And we're gonna do broker open, then we'll do grand opening too. So
It's so exciting.
if you win big money,
Yeah.
I don't want to know it.
So remember, we are creating inventory when there is none. We are so fortunate to have so many agents that work with new construction projects to create the inventory. If you have something cool that you are involved in, please let us know. Please stand up here and preach to the choir about how great your product is. We want to hear all about what you have. This is great stuff. This is something that would never have been on your radar had she have not stood up here and told you about it until it was already done. So now you know that there's inventory coming. Get some excitement with it. Get buyers excited when you have buyers that are struggling to find things and maybe want to be at a very early affordable price point on these. Colleen, what type of projects do you have going right now? Thank you, Michelle. That was awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks for listening.
We're so excited. Michelle is a partner in this.
Yes.
Like this is a big thing for her. This is super exciting.
You see me looking really tired because I'm not sleeping at night and I need your support.
It adds it on.
Yeah, it
Yes.
sure does.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's a lot more skin in the game on this one.
I
Yes.
believe in it, and that's why I'm here.
You have to believe in your
I believe in it. Yeah.
Yes.
We are working on a project, but it's definitely not here yet.
Okay.
It will be coming just up. It's on the corner of northeast of Hacker and
Oh wow. Okay.
Hacker next. Affordable homes plus condos.
Cool.
Yeah, so
Very cool.
yeah,
That's exciting.
That's
Your eyes are big. You're like, yep, it's something right now. Yep. She's not sleeping either. No.
Yeah, we're closing out Deerfield.
Yep, exactly. You can exchange war stories at 3 a.m.
We're closing out Deerfield. Deerfield does still have 6 home sites available, one walked out. And we do know our model home is for sale and a spec.
Awesome.
Model's beautiful, I love that front door.
It's a really nice spot.
Is that the one that's close to the 23? Second,
Beautiful.
the entrance out over this.
Absolutely stunning from the road. Stunning.
It's pretty, I like that house. I'd say it's
Yes. So where there is no inventory, it's being created for you. There's all sorts of different price ranges from low to luxury. Well, I should say economical to luxury, entry level. So speak to your fellow agents. Throw an email out. Put it on the board. We have the ability to play matchmaker. Like I said, we have price ranges from entry level to luxury. We've got it. Mr. Bill's on vacation. If you need anything, please see me or Dawn. Any title related goes down there. Any legal stays with me. Let's run through really quickly. Do we want to take a moment to look back at these Michigan Realtors forms, or would you rather explore them or go to the class? I'm open. Explore. Okay. We did hit them pretty hard last week. Like I said, they're very, very user friendly. That is the only reason we are considering it, is they have been received a little better. Our forms are great, they're fully compliant, remember that. There's no harm. I've had a lot of questions on, oh, I used our Remax form, is that okay? Absolutely, it's okay. I encourage it, please do. If you prefer that form and you're great at delivering that form and getting that message across and you're confident in yourself, which you should be, because you know these forms, that's great. However, there is an alternative if it makes you uncomfortable, okay? They present a little differently.
So yeah, because I know that Colleen had mentioned regarding the buyer the broker compensation addendum. So that is where Michigan Realtors, they did put out, we are going over Form BB and JJ in the classes, but you do have these additional forms that you can utilize. This one, the broker compensation. I actually received an offer on one of my listings that I think included this form after they had their own internal document stating that we were going to, from the listing brokerage, we were going to share 3% with them. And then they included this form, which is that the seller is going to pay 3%. And so I politely let them know, we're only going to sign the one saying the listing brokerage is going to give them 3%, and we're not going to sign this one because that would then be 3% from us and 3% from the seller directly, so they'd be getting 6%. And she said that that was not her intention with the offer, but that's where, you just got to make sure whatever forms are being included, you don't double up on the commissions. So, I mean, you can, it would have been fine had they only included this one and not the other one, or vice versa. But because we had the listing contract saying that we're getting 6% and sharing 3%, that's why I felt the other form saying that the 3% is coming from us as the listing brokerage and a cooperative commission is the better of the two. Presented both.
Yeah, there's a lot of confusion with this, because I just had an offer.
Yes, people are just trying to cover as many ways possible in hopes that it sticks, and we just need to be patient. We're seeing it, they're trying.
My sellers thought that meant they were paying double, and I said no.
No, but you can't have it signed twice because you are putting yourself in a bad spot.
Right, so we didn't sign the second because we instructed the other ones, but it is confusing because to reread it and then everybody's PA is different. So then you're trying to double check the up and it's weird.
Be patient. Let's not make fun or try to undermine or take advantage of agents just trying to cover themselves. This is a learning curve for a lot of people. I'll be very frankly honest, most brokerages are not covering it nearly as much as we are, so most people do not understand how this is working, okay? That is not a kudos to us, that is an education for you guys to understand. People don't understand how to work with the forms yet, okay? If you've got some buyer's agents coming from these large mega teams from outside companies, they're not as educated on them, they're not being formally taught how to utilize them, they're just being handed forms and saying use them, or this is where you need to find it. So just know I'm not saying they're bad. This is a situation of we just need to be a little patient and explain what needs to happen. Michelle.
I'm a little confused of what Jordan just said. Which 2 forms were submitted?
So, you know, it was this buyer broker compensation addendum, and let me see if it was this one as well. No, it was an internal document of their own saying that they were going to get 3% from the listing broker.
Okay.
As it, you know, is offered as a shared cooperative compensation.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, if they're getting 3% from us, you know, in our share, I'm not gonna have the seller then sign a document. The seller is giving them another 3% when that form explicitly says.
It's the listing brokerage giving.
Right, yeah, so it's just about making sure you're not putting 2 different entities on the hook for giving them 3% at the closing. You know, it's.
We work really hard sometimes, so.
Yeah.
Hey, give it a try.
Well, and that's where, I mean, I obviously responded, you know, with lightheartedness. I did not accuse her of attempting to, you know, double up her commission or anything. It's just, you know, obviously we all want to make, the buyer's agents are concerned that, you know, they're going to accidentally be cut out of their commission, and so they would rather do more than necessary than too little. But on our listing side, we need to then make sure that we're not putting our clients on the hook for more than necessary. And so yeah, so you just gotta make sure that it's either the listing brokerage is providing the buyer agent compensation, or the seller is directly, but you don't want to do that.
I've been seeing on the listings too that buyer's agents welcome, like in the agent notes, and I love that.
Yeah.
I love that, and I think I might put it on my signs. That's
Yeah.
a good call.
Say that again.
So in the agent comments, I've been seeing, not a whole lot, but I'm gonna start doing it until I'm told I can't.
Yeah.
In the agent comments, it said buyer brokers welcome.
Oh.
So then right off the
Right.
bat, we
That's
know.
a give
it
know.
amount.
You
Yeah,
know.
give it amount.
You know.
Yeah, we used to have to call and ask how
Yeah.
much, but yeah,
You
and
know,
I'm thinking,
I know.
I'm thinking of putting it on my signs. I need to order some. new
You're
signs
allowed
now.
to do that, absolutely. Put it out there. And that's great for buyers driving by, deciding whether they're walking in or not sometimes.
Yeah.
And we do have clients that are opting by choice. Just keep this in mind when your sellers are objecting to paying out a commission. There are buyers actively making the decision to not look at those homes. That is not from the agent's direction. That is from buyers' choices. They are choosing to not look at these homes.
Because we have to educate our buyers. We
Right.
can't show them a house and go like, surprise, you're paying me on this, not, you know, so I've been
Yes.
very transparent with my clients.
And I have people coming to me and they ask, well, I haven't called them, I haven't made that call or sent a text message, I'm gonna show it, and if I need to find out if they're paying commission, I'm gonna wait. Crazy, hold the phones here. You have to know, first and foremost, you have a fiduciary duty to your buyer. You have to know how they're coming out of pocket, what they're walking into. They need to know what they're walking into when they walk into this home to make an educated decision. When they walk in, if it's in subpar condition to what they thought it was going to be, can they make a decision at that point of what they want to proceed if they don't know if they have to come another $20,000 out of pocket? No, they really can't. They should know. You have a duty to know as many details as you possibly can. It's not going to be flawless, I understand that. You're going to have people who ignore you. I fully get that. There will be agents that you won't be able to get a hold of them, and you'll send blind offers not knowing if they're willing to pay compensation or not. These are real problems.
Yeah, so far everybody's been pretty responsive.
They have been.
Yeah,
Yes.
so far.
Yes. I'm just saying, I'm not going to pretend that this isn't going to happen. You're going to see it. However, the mass majority are playing very nicely. I have not heard many negative stories whatsoever about people reaching out and asking the question. Do your due diligence. Do you want to waste 5 hours of your time writing an offer not knowing if they're going to be how that is going to be compensated? No! Don't make yourself crazy and rip your hair out. Make the phone call, send the text message. If you make the phone call and you get the answer, confirm it with the text message. Then you have something to go off of. Hey buyer, you know what? Yep, they said with an offer that my seller's happy with, they're happy to pay compensation. Here you go. Let's giddy up, let's go. Here's how we do this. It is not a hard thing to do. It's an extra step. Yep, it sure is. However, you're ensuring that you're getting compensated for your time. What is that worth to you? That 2 seconds it takes to pick up the phone or send the text message, that's worth it.
I think we've been like reaching out to these other listing agents as well to see if there's offers on
Yes,
people. Like
absolutely.
Before I go to a house, I've been reaching out to
You're already
people,
doing it.
Yeah,
You're already asking questions.
Yeah.
Build the rapport. Build rapport. I had an agent actually say, you know, nobody's contacted me to find out if I'm paying commission or not. This listing's got 10 showings. Nobody's asked. Are you insane?
Are you serious?
But this is how I know this stuff isn't being taught, okay? So there's real reasons why we stand up here and say it. The proof is in the pudding. I'm seeing it every single day. We're seeing contradicting forms. We're seeing, like Jordan saying, double tapping on commission. They're not intending to do that to you. Sellers are flipping out. I'm not paying it twice. No one's trying to rip you off. We're gonna correct it here. Don't worry. Don't sound the alarm. No one's trying to take advantage of you, right? This is an educating time period that we're in. It's change. We have to pivot. We have to roll with it. Nobody is going to have massive issues. It's all fine. Keep going. You have everything you need. Any questions on any of this? Jordan, did we go over stats yet or no?
No, I mean,
Sorry, you were upstairs. Okay.
But I mean, they're the same as last week.
Okay.
The available held steady, so for every one hitting the market, one is coming off the market. So,
We had 70 new last week, 52 this week. Interesting difference, but 12 coming soon compared to 4. So it's just flopping differently. It's days of the week they're coming through. So it's all there still. Okay.
we had 40 price decreases since last week. Pendings and solds, if you add them up, basically the same.
It's very stable. It's a very stable market. This is not bad. Rates have continued to pretty much stay where they're at right now. FHA just lowered theirs down, I believe. That FHA just lowered theirs down. I do know that. So that's something to keep in mind if you have buyers that are having a hard go and rates are tough. FHA's there's a significant difference there right now, okay? So something to think about. FHA is not a bad loan product, it's a great loan product. They can still put a ton of money down if they want to. Sometimes people are trying to hold on to their cash so that they can do the appraisal guarantee. So if you see a lower down payment but a high appraisal gap coverage, we know why they're going on the lower end of the down payment. They're telling the seller, hey, I'm willing to do what I need to do. Look at my offer. That is not a bad thing. That's a great thing. They have skin in the game. They're willing to do what they need to do, but they are conserving their cash to put it where it needs to go. It doesn't mean they don't have the money. FHA does not mean they don't have the money.
No, FHA just is better for the buyer.
Yes, right now, I hate to say it, it's a better product for the buyer in many scenarios. It really is.
You know, it's still a rough market out there though. I mean, I wrote an offer 2 weeks ago. They were 30,000 over. She was putting 250,000. This was on a $550,000. She was putting $250,000 down, passed failed inspection, and that much over, and she didn't get it. It's just unreal.
When people really want it, they all really want it right now. Yes.
Yeah.
And if they don't want it, nobody wants it.
And then I wrote another one with, it was in-house, and that one was only 5 over, but it was cash, 5 over, no inspection. They wanted no inspection because it was a condo and they were familiar with that complex. And that didn't take it. So it's like crazy.
Just heads up, please be watching your timelines right now. Watch your timelines hard. Don't run your timeline. People are looking for any reason to nail somebody. Please, please, please count your days. Just inspection timelines, that you're staying within your boundaries. We've got to protect these buyers right now because sellers are very, understandably, it's a contract. This is a contract, right? It is your responsibility to keep your client within the timelines. Do not assume they are counting the days. That's what you are for. You are their fiduciary. You protect them. They rely on you to keep them in bounds. They don't understand everything they've signed and what everything is. Please count your timelines. We're seeing a lot of accidental runovers by a day or 2 days. It does not fare well.
Like you're negotiating.
Yes. Negotiating does not constitute text messaging or emailing back and forth. It needs to be on an official document. You need to follow the way the purchase agreement is written as to how this gets negotiated. We are seeing a tremendous amount of email and text message negotiating. I understand it makes it easy to do a few things. However, when you start moving monies around in repairs and you're in timelines, you need to stick on par. Please, please, they're being fought, okay? They're being fought hard. We're watching agents come out of pocket because of it. It is a very simple thing to do, just make sure you're in your timelines. Our agents are coming out of pocket because of timelines being ran, okay? It's not because I'm forcing it, it's because that's what needs to be done to make it satisfied, all right? If a repair isn't getting done and it was supposed to be done, that was asked for and the buyer thought it was being advocated for, or there needed to be a price improvement or something needed to be replaced. Keep in mind, these are real things taking place, all right? Appreciate the prayer because you guys are all great about it in here, so I appreciate that. Watch the EMD timelines right now. Like I said, people are really looking to nail people down. Any which way sellers are feisty right now because the market has shifted and they don't understand the shift. Buyers get it, sellers don't. They don't understand that there has been some movement as far as days on market have become a little bit longer than what they were. 10 years ago, did we really think 20 days on market was bad? No, not at all. No, we didn't even consider price improvements at that point. Talk to me in 30 days.
That was not going a week or two, you think, what's wrong?
Yes.
Even us, what's wrong?
Yes. So it is, right now, it's very dictating of what the market is doing. However, we're just seeing a stretch in the days on market right now. There's no panic in that. There's no nothing. It actually gives the buyer's ability to negotiate a little bit, which is not a bad thing. All right? Everybody wants to feel a little win here and there. Yeah. Any new listings?
This one is actually on the market, but showings will start Thursday. It's in the Bluffs at Spring Hill, so very, very close to downtown Brighton. It was just built in 21, so pretty much better than new because it's got all its landscaping, truck stack, it's tricked out with ramp courts and the whole 9 yards. It's the largest ranch plan in there at 1,877 square feet, 2 bedroom, 2 bath. With a walkout.
Wow.
Unfinished walkout, but listed at $464,900.
They couldn't rebuild it for that.
No.
No, not at all. They'd have a 5 in front of it. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Any other new listings we want to discuss? Buyer hurdles.
Shall I start the list? I'll just go with the one that called me at 7 this morning. He needs 3,000 plus square feet.
Oh.
3 plus baths. Budget is up to $1 million. He has to be near 96 and be 19.
You can make that happen. That's not that hard.
There's nothing
No,
nice. He wants it nice.
Okay.
Nice. So he doesn't want to have to do work. So the more spaces, the better.
Great.
So would love to be at a 500 to 600, but he can go higher.
Well, that's a fun one.
Yeah, he doesn't want to have to take the time to build.
You'll see some pretty stuff.
And there's no good lots to build on anyway. So if anybody has anything that's good, please, 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 let me know. He calls me at 7 this morning.
Good to know. Good to know. There's a lot of stuff being listed in the 7s that
very nice.
So, yeah.
I get, okay, well, so, yeah, all those lots aren't good. We went through every single one of them.
It's too growing.
Marion Oaks? No, so he will not do a capital home.
So
Okay.
it's Steve Grown.
I know which one
right
you're.
before it on
Yeah.
the left, on the same side.
Yes, it's so close to there.
Is there something available there?
It would be a resale that would have to be coming up
Like,
at
yeah, I
that
don't
point.
think there's something in there right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see stuff soon.
Yeah, so I told them we just have to.
Yeah. Sundance is probably too far out there at that point.
Turtle Creek, I think is this.
Yeah, Turtle Creek, yeah, that's north. I don't think there's anything in there right now.
We'll see you all at 11:30.
The
Please
timbers-
come celebrate with
the timbers
Select. We have a lot of
those are
work put
nice.
into this.
Yeah.
Nothing in there? I thought there was a couple in there. One was way overpriced though.
But they have to have